It's so thick, it's like it's trying to crack, but instead it's almost thick, like an elephant print almost. Or yeah, it feels just like rough, like rough, thick. Is that weird to say? Thick. God damn it. Fuck. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. What's going on? It's your boy, Nick J. Giacone, coming at you with a new video. I hope you guys are all doing well and having an excellent day. I have a whole lot of pickups I'm really excited to show you guys. So many things I have received in the mail. I'm very excited. I unbox a lot of them. I might have some little footage of me unboxing it, kind of some meme-y footage, you know what I'm saying? Something that's it's a little foolish. Page, so keep that in mind. Ooh, doesn't smell too good. Smells like he smoked a little bit. Yeah, he was a smoker. Anyway, besides all that, I have some of the items right here next to me that I'm going to cover in this video. I'm going to have a second video covering the other portion of items that I have received as pickups. So what I mean by this is that I'm going to separate some of the more obscure and low-key social media street brand stuff, maybe some of the stuff that isn't necessarily archival or super rare. I'm going to save that for a second video, but this video in particular is going to be mainly focusing on Japanese streetwear, rare archival streetwear, and alternatives that fit into this category. Some of the items here are things that I've been really looking at for a long time. I was finally able to pull the trigger on them. Some of the other items in here were almost arbitrarily picked because I so happened to get lucky and find them and then was able to scoop them up because they were at a good price. Everything over here is used also, but I like to get into this real quick. I basically use the method that Jacob Wallace uses when it comes to him always refreshing his wardrobe from time to time. For the most part, it is one of the most beneficial ways to clean out your wardrobe and get new items in rotation, which is basically selling all the stuff you don't wear and then buying new clothing with the money. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Basically, buying new clothes with the money that you receive from selling old clothes that you don't want anymore. So it's all cyclical, it's all recycled, and you're not putting in any extra money into the investment of buying new clothes. You're just using the same money you're getting from selling clothes you don't want anymore. So in this case, we're gonna first start off with the only t-shirt that I got, and this one is a t-shirt that I've been wanting for a very long time. It's one of the 3 t-shirts I'm looking for when it comes to Comme des Garçons home. So this first one here is actually this CDGH Comme des Garçons home t-shirt. It's from, I think, the mid-90s. I don't know the exact date or the exact collection it's from, but I know it is very old, and I got this in very good condition, and it is in my size. I got a size large, and it actually fits me pretty true to size, especially up here in the shoulder and pit area, but it has more of a boxy cropped cut on the lower half of the t-shirt when we get to the bottom hem. It's in this very vintage washed brown gray colorway with this almost mint condition yellow screen printing of CDGH on the main chest area of the actual garment. It's one of my favorite t-shirts from CDG Home, and it's one of 3, like I've previously stated. I wanted this t-shirt so badly. I want the Cartoon Network t-shirt. It was recently on the Greld 100 that happened earlier this year, and I also want the Dot t-shirt. I don't know what the actual name of that one, but it has 4 polka dots, and each has all 4 of the letters that make up CDGH, Comme des Garçons Home, in the graphic of that t-shirt. There's a couple of misstitching or loose stitching on some of the bottom portions of the armpit area that are coming a little loose. I think that could be fixed very easily. It's only on one of the sleeves though. But overall, this thing is in like a 9 out of 10 condition. I'm very excited I was able to get it and get it in my size. So this is the first item I picked up. Moving on to the next one. It's actually a DIY piece that was created by a user on Depop, which I purchased from. I'll have the name of the seller up here on the screen. He makes these and he sells them for a very reasonable price, but I basically got this user's version of a needles flannel. I've been wanting a needles flannel for so long, especially one that actually had a more cohesive type of graphic, or not graphic, but a cohesive type of plaid patterning. Sometimes the needles flannels can look a little, I guess you could say off-kilter. They can feel a little bit incohesive when it comes to the types of colors that are all sort of meshed together in the ribbing of the cut and sewing that's used in the process of creating a needles flannel. I think it's about 7 flannels that are cut and sewn together to make a one of these flannels. This one in particular is a DIY version of the ribbon flannel that Needles creates. which basically is a standard flannel that they use and they keep intact completely, except they have about 7 or 8 other flannels that they rip up, and they use strips of ribbon and then sew them onto the front portion of the flannel near the collar and the buttons. So this one in particular I thought was a very nice doled out colorway, very muted, but it also has smaller pops of color like yellows and oranges, a little bit of teal, some creams that all go out the front area of the flannel. He sells these for about 30 to 40 bucks usually. Sometimes they could be charged, you can charge a little bit more if he did a very good job. I think he killed it with this one, especially with the distressing. I wore it a couple times, that helped as well, but it's starting to fall apart a little bit and it looks very similar to a needles flannel, but a budgetary version. So I'm very excited about this piece. It will add a lot of flair, a little spice to my outfits, so I'm pretty excited about this one, and I will link that so you guys can get some of these as well from Depop. So moving on to the actual garments that are probably the rarest that I picked up so far. The CDG shirt is pretty rare as well, especially for the condition that it's in. But these 2 items, one of which was a little, I would give it like a 7 out of 10 condition when it came to the condition it was in, but I was able to fix it up a little bit, and that is this number 9 hoodie. There are 3 variants of the Shield hoodie, one of which is a collaboration with Marlboro, the cigarettes. I feel like I said that weird. Marlboro, yeah, collaboration with Marlboro, the cigarette brand, of course. There was one that released that was just part of a normal collection that had some screen printing on one of the shoulder areas of one of the arms of the hoodie, which was in the formation of like what looked almost like military insignia. But this one here, I believe, comes from the Cyber Monday release. So there are multiple versions of these Shield hoodies, but I couldn't find when the Cyber Monday version came out. But also this one has an added element, because the number 9 clothing usually has the holes that are put in this very systematic pattern on most of their garments. And in place of the holes, this one has screen printed red graphic on it. And I thought it used to be paint from the pictures that I saw, which is the reason why it was so cheap, or at least relatively cheaper than what a normal size 4 number 9 hoodie would go for on resale. But on closer inspection, when I got this in the mail, actually these are screen printed on. They're not painted on, they're actually from the screen print. It's the same material as the screen print that's on the badge logo. At least that's what it looks and feels like to me, especially as it's fading off in the gradient pattern that it is shown here, that I'll get some close-ups on. That hoodie's pretty great. On-body shots for everything as well for you guys. For the last item here, sorry I had to check my camera, but the last item I have here to show you guys is like my grail. I can't believe I was able to get my grail. I have a lot of them, and especially in this category, I have a lot of jackets by Undercover that I absolutely love and want. Anything from the Scab collection always piques my interest. But this here also piqued my interest, and I was able to get it for a damn good price, I would say, for the condition that it's in because of how old it is. And here I have the Undercover 1997-1998 Autumn-Winter Leaf jacket, the trucker jacket with the iconic blue screen printing that goes across the chest area. It's this super heavyweight, very good quality suede on the outside, and then when you open it up on the inside, it is leather lined, very good quality leather. This thing is so old. It's just as old as I am, which is amazing because it's in such good condition. But I've always wanted an Undercover trucker jacket because I think that they really fit into this sort of new style that I'm approaching. Very reflective of Fernando and Jacob and Avery. It's this really cool, I don't know, kind of like cowboy, goth boy mixture. It's dope as fuck. So I wanted to pick up a jacket that would fit in this style. I loved the jacket that Jacob was able to pick up, the sort of biker jacket that was in black suede with the fringes on the back. Very good quality, very good condition, and plus it's an amazing grail that I've been looking at for such a long time. The Leaf jacket is something I'm so happy that I have. Oh my god, I'm just so fucking excited that I actually have this jacket and being able to wear it. But sadly, due to the weather that I'm experiencing currently, it's pretty hot outside. And with that being said, it's gonna be hard for me to be able to wear this jacket all the time. So hopefully on the cooler summer and spring nights, which are a dime a dozen, I'll be able to throw this thing on, wear it, rock it, and be able to style it for you guys. Regardless though, I'm very excited to have this jacket. It's one of my grails, one of my favorite pieces from Undercover, and I'm still on the hunt, always looking for some amazing archival jackets. I might just do a whole separate video where I talk about all the grails that I really wish that I could have and afford, because most of them are very expensive because of how old and rare they are. But this one was very achievable when it came to price, and it also was not something that was in very high demand, but I just love the simplicity of the jacket, especially with the screen printing on here. Anyway, this jacket is amazing. I love it so much. I'll hopefully style it for you guys and have some clips up in this video of me wearing it for you to show off how it fits on me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm trying to make this one very quick, and I hope it is quick for you guys. Also, be sure to tune in to the next video. The next video is going to be more obscure streetwear items that are more accessible to the public, including myself and you guys, stuff like social media brands, which I've discussed before, low-key streetwear brands, more individualistic type of items, and there's a lot of other stuff that I also received besides this more archival, rare Japanese streetwear that I want to show off to you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Check out the next video. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.